Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of South by Southeast. Today we are in Miller Beach at 18th Street Brewery with Aris of Memo's Jr.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today.
No, thank you for having me. First and foremost, before we kick everything out, just thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you. It was great. I was looking forward to this.
Good.
Got to see a lot of my peoples on the podcast. I was like, oh, I want to do that too. It's cool.
I want to be a part of that.
Uh-huh. All the cool people are doing. I want to be cool.
Well, thank you for having us
Thank
and
you.
making this amazing food for us because I can smell it and I'm already hungry.
I'm tired of it. I hate smelling it. Give me a fat cheeseburger, some pizza. I'm tired of making tacos.
But tell me about how you started making some of this. I know there's a story behind a lot of it.
You want the Cliff's Notes or you want like...
Tell me
kind
what
of
you
that?
want to tell me.
It goes
I'm
back
interested.
a long way, as far back as I remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. So,
And the easiest way to get in was chilaquiles and tacos.
no, we started out in South Daring. I was a wee baby.
A tiny little one.
My parents split up at a young age, and I ended up being raised. But my father had custody of me, so he just strapped on the boots and got in
Kicked
the
you
kitchen.
out
Yeah,
and
no,
was
strapped
like,
on the boots.
get to
and
work.
that's it. Like, no, I had to go to work with my family. We had a restaurant in South Chicago, South Daring, called the Hamburger Joint, of all things.
Really?
Hot dogs, chili, burgers. We were just slanging it. Right there on Torrance. And
Okay.
we were just making, kind of like your Greek style, like a panos or something, just quick
Yeah.
serve. And on the weekends, we would do Mexican food.
Really?
And little by little, the Mexican food just kept on getting bigger, the crispy tacos. And the crispy tacos was the bread and butter. At that time, there was a lot of spots doing it. And this taco right here is just a staple of South Chicago.
It definitely is.
Southeast side to be exact.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing it. My family was doing it. We had Mexican Inn. Small World does it. I mean, everybody has their own version. Long Cars makes it too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's a little slice of heaven from the Southeast side. You can't
Yeah.
find this taco anywhere. You got to come see us.
Gotta come see you.
I seen people put Heine's on it too, like, I'm like, all right, whatever floats your
Do
boat,
whatever you gotta
but
do.
Everybody, it's always the same but different.
Yeah.
And this taco is just one of those staple items. It's crack,
It really is because when we came not too long ago, I was torn between the chilaquiles because I hadn't had them since your dad's place in Highland, and then obviously the
Both
crispy
of
beef
them.
taco.
Gotta get both of them. Both of them. It's like, what do I get? All of it.
I know, just get the whole left side of the menu, and you'll be good.
And most, my menu right now is more like an a la carte, so you can have a little bit of everything. You
Yeah,
don't have to-
definitely.
one thing, I want people to try everything. If they order one little thing off that of the menu, I'm happy to have everybody try everything.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, this taco though, it's it's where it came from. And over the years, when that menu kind of just transformed into a full-on Mexican menu, and it's like we're called a hamburger joint. And then we shut that down, and I think it was 2000.
Oh,
Shut
wow.
it down in 99, 2000, 98. I'm sorry, that was a long time ago. I'm old.
Can't
it was
be any
98.
older than us. We'll hide
Can
the
we
grays.
edit the grays out of my
Yeah,
beard?
let's edit the
We could do, like, a
grays.
filter? Yeah. But yeah, that happened, and we just started up as Taco Mex, and that's how Taco Mex was born.
Wow.
And then fast forward to me being in high school. I was literally from hamburger joint at being like 4 or 5 years old behind the counter dropping fries as a kid. We used to have roach coaches pop up, We used to slang burgers. We had a pretty decent burger back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. But that kind of just grew into a full-on Mexican restaurant, and that was just my youth. I was in the kitchen all the time, and everything was second nature. That's all I knew.
Right.
Like I always dabbled in the arts. I was an athlete. I love singing. My mother's side of the family is all musicians. My grandpa was a conguero. My mom is a vocalist.
Oh my gosh.
My brother is an amazing vocalist too. I ended up getting the good looks, and he got the voice.
Oh, okay.
But look up JT Rodriguez. Look him up on YouTube. He's been on American Idol twice.
That's
The
so
Voice. He's an
awesome.
amazing talent. I'm so proud of my little brother.
I know. I never knew that
Yeah.
until you
Yeah.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
That's
But-
awesome.
No, he's he definitely got mama's genes when it came to that. He's got a hell of a voice. But I can carry it too. I get up on stage every once in a while with the band, and it's a good time.
We'll have to hold you to that for next
definitely.
Nest Fest.
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
have to put you up there or something.
I've been talking from Mike Ramirez from there.
Yeah.
He's got 89 Minds and all that, and he's kind of like the one who puts everything together for Nest Fest. And
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, man, you want me on stage? I'll get up there.
No shame.
No shame. No shame. No shame.
But tell me what you're up to now, because obviously these chilaquiles and tacos are not all around anymore as the original menu of Memo's.
Yeah,
but
it's like,
what's going on with you now?
Here, I'm here in Miller Beach. I mean, knock on wood, it's everything's going. It's going. Times are a little weird right now, but it started out. The pandemic happened.
Yeah.
I was working at Three Floyds for 18 months, and then it was great being there, and I loved being at Three Floyds. It was such a great experience, I learned so much culinary-wise there. I worked under some great chefs, some great sous chefs, rubbed elbows with a lot of cool people, learned a lot. And broke my heart. Pandemic hit, and like everybody just got laid off. And we kind of all went our separate ways, and everybody started doing something, and I'm like, I can't just sit around, idle hands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to cook. I miss cooking. I miss making comfort food. I miss making people happy. I just missed it.
Yeah.
So I just started. I don't know if it's illegal. I was slanging food out the house.
Yeah. There's no shame in that. I mean, we know a few people. So
I was like, and then it just caught on. It's like, yo, when you're doing tacos again, I started doing pop-ups at Crowbar.
Yeah.
Like once a month. That was fun. It was something to do on a Wednesday.
Taco Wednesday.
And then Chicago shut down. So I couldn't even do it at Crowbar anymore.
Yeah.
So when that happened, I'm like, I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah.
That's what I know how to do. I mean, I didn't want to work the card like before, but
we can't go back to those days.
No, we can't go back to those. But no, I mean that's all I knew. It's easy and it paid the bills, and it wasn't bad. And then things started kind of getting more lax, and 18th Street over in Hammond, it was, it's one of my watering holes. I go there all the time. The staff's great. It was a second home to me. So it is a second home to me. And it was just good. Front of the house has always been gracious to me. It's been good. And then I run into the owner, Drew Fox, and we're kind of just chit-chatting. He's like, hey, you doing anything right now? No, I'm not doing a damn thing. And he said, hey, you want to come jump in the kitchen and help out? I said, I'd love to.
Yeah.
And that's how everything kind of, the wheels got moving and started. And fast forward a couple months, I got, this kitchen was offered to me by him, and I didn't hesitate.
Yeah.
I said, hell yeah, let's run it. And the timetable was a little short, but I was like, okay.
Let's do it.
I know punk bitch. But it was fun, and it was just like, I was like, you know what, I'm 30-something already, and like, I've always wanted to do this eventually. I always wanted to have my own place, and when this happened, I'm like, it was a crazy times to do this right now, but I'm like, if I don't do it now, I'm just gonna be bouncing in every other kitchen like I have been, and it's like, it's about time for me to have my own baby now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've been working under my father, working under my family, and just working behind the scenes, and treating it like my baby, and I'm like, I want to have my baby now.
Yeah, something for yourself.
So this is my baby, so like, that's how Memo's Jr. Everybody knows me from Memo's Taco Mix.
Yeah.
And everybody called me Memo, and I'm like, all right, sure, I answered Memo, but so I'm like, hey, I just got to bring the name, a little bit of, kind of like a little transition. I'm just going to call him Memo's Jr. Everybody knows I'm Memo's son.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of just how it happened. And I miss making this comfort food. Everybody asks me, oh my God, where do you make chilaquiles again? And I'm like, okay. So like, sure.
We can do them right now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and it's, I just miss, making the food that everybody loved when growing up with my father, with the family, and just trying to keep a little bit of family tradition going on, and here we are.
Definitely, and you've definitely kept it alive, because
I try.
We were here a couple weekends ago, and my best friend has been wanting and craving your chilaquiles.
That makes me happy. I love that. I love that.
And so as soon as she started eating them, she was like, oh, just leave me alone. Let me have this. So I was like, okay, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah,
Let you enjoy the chilaquiles.
My thing is, I love when the girls get there, they do the little happy dance.
Exactly.
I'm like, yes, nailed it.
They
nice.
got it.
Yes.
But yes, I have to admit that I did do that the first time that we had the chilaquiles. I was like, oh, okay.
Nice.
These are my chilaquiles. These are the ones
Mission
that I
accomplished.
remember.
All right. Nice. It makes me happy.
But yes, you've definitely hit the spot,
Yeah,
and it
cool.
definitely brought back all the memories
Nice.
from, both the old restaurant and then that one restaurant in Highland.
Yeah.
But it feels good to, like, go back and remember those times that you had back then.
It feels good to make some of these throwbacks too. It brings a lot of memories of good times when I was in the kitchen with my dad, kitchen with my grandmother back in the day, and it's nice. It's like every time I do this, it's going down the what's it say? It's a trip down memory lane every time I do this.
Yeah, it's very nostalgic.
It is. It
Yeah.
is 100%. 100%. So
I can definitely see
yeah.
that.
So it's still fun. I hope it stays fun.
I think
mean,
it will. I mean,
yeah.
I think people like to come and have the crispy beef tacos and the chilaquiles. But what are you thinking of doing for the future? Like, is there a future for a different menu, or you're going to stick with what you know and that's going to
I mean, from right now, I've been applying the KISS method, which is keep it simple, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been okay so far. I've been trying to get fancy and introduce a couple things, but like, you gotta give the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
There's, you gotta think of what demographic you're in, what people are. I'm also located inside 18th Street Brewery. I'm in a brewery in Gary. People like their beer and their comfort food, so I gotta
keep it with the tacos.
So like, you gotta keep it, nice, fatty, slutty, keep it, good, and people enjoy the shit. They
do.
Good comfort food with a beer.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Yeah, you
So
can't
that's,
mess
that's
with
what
it.
I'm doing. So like, people love a taco and a beer, and I keep it, and I keep it simple like that. And people ask for it, they want something, I try to bring it,
Yeah.
So-
And then I know that you had a couple items on the menu before that were, I feel like it was either pork nachos or brisket nachos.
Oh,
They were-
smoked chicken nachos.
Smoked chicken nachos.
Yeah.
It was delicious. I know
Yeah.
that me and my husband had it the one time. And then when we came here again with my best friend, I was looking for them. I was like, man, he didn't put them on the menu.
Oh yeah, no, they did great, and that is I'm gonna bring that back on the menu in spring. It was great to eat on the patio. It was
Yeah.
a nice shareable. That is coming back. That is definitely coming back. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Nachos have kind of been coming a thing over here. Like I'm like everybody wants nachos. I'm like crazy. All right, I'm gonna make you nachos. I prefer the breakfast nachos. I mean, if anybody knows,
Yeah.
chilaquiles are breakfast nachos.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry, that's what they are. But yeah, no nachos. I will bring them back.
Okay.
It is coming back in this.
All right. I'm going to hold you to
Yeah,
that.
because I got some Mexican Irish nachos on right now, and I got some classic beef ones. Just OG, keeping it simple.
Yeah, we had
Beef,
those
cheese,
too.
beans, crema,
I
little
was like,
cilantrito.
I brought him back home to my husband, and he's like, did you have any of this? And I was like, yeah, we actually had some, but you can't tell because there's so much of them, but they're so good, and like you can't stop eating them once you start.
No, yeah, it ended up happening. I was visiting my buddy spot over in Cal City, Don Pedro, and I just visited him, and he said, "Hey, get some nachos." I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, you want to eat? Yeah, I had some nachos, and I started eating some nachos. Like, man, I forgot how much I like nachos. A couple of days there, I was like, all right, put nachos on it, and everybody started ordering like crazy. I was like, all right, well, nachos it is. So yeah.
Where can everybody come to find you? I know that you're here at 18th Street, but don't you have a couple other places that you can get a hold of you at?
Yeah, you can jump on my social media. You can go look up Memos Jr. on Instagram. You can look up Memos Jr. on Facebook. We got a Twitter handle too. But other than that, you could find me there. But like rain or shine, I'm here Wednesday through Sunday here in Miller Beach. Mondays and Tuesdays we're closed, so that's my off day. I'm not really off, but Taco Tuesdays
Taco
a thing.
Tuesdays.
I am at Charcuterie
Okay.
every other week over in downtown Griffith. You ever been? You need to get some good deli meat, good cheese. That's the spot.
Okay.
The owner's Skip and Val. They're great people. Small business, old school. It's a great spot. I'm very, very lucky. They invite me to use their kitchen and hang out and cook some, pump some tacos out. make some comfort food and have fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you can find me there at Charcuterie, and not there every other Tuesday. I'm here in Miller Beach. Come see me, grab a taco, grab a cold one. That's where I'm at.
Okay, and then tell me a little bit more about your history in the kitchen, because you didn't go to school per se.
I did go to school. I did go to school for a little bit.
For food?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I did. All of my culinary experience literally comes from what I've gained. What I've gotten more has been all experience. Like I said, when I was a kid, we had the hamburger joint. I was just in there, not realizing that I'm just learning and just helping everybody. And everybody's like, Aris, do this, Aris, do that, Aris, do that. All right, and I'm just it became second nature, and all the way into my teens, it was just literally second nature.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize I was learning so much from my grandmother and my father, and it was just, I can cook a little bit.
Yeah.
I knew my way around the kitchen. That's the way it was.
Yeah.
And then in 2002, I graduated, and I took off. I joined the military.
Okay.
I joined the Air Force, and started bouncing all over. Went to Portugal, did a little bit of the Southwest for a while, did Phoenix for a year. And when I went to Portugal, it was such a life-changing experience, because I just got to eat so good over there. And I'm like, man, the food was amazing. It was very simple, but very, it was done right. And there's no processed foods out there in Europe.
Yeah,
and where
I can
was
imagine.
Everything was fresh. I was eating grilled swordfish, once a week.
Oh my gosh.
The Azorean style of cooking where I was, because I was in Portugal, not mainland Portugal. I was in a little archipelago in the middle of the Atlantic called the Azores, a little island called Terceira. Tony Bourdain actually there's an episode on it where he was in San Miguel, which is the capital of those little islands.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's just, if you want to get an idea of the kind of the cuisine, check that episode out. It's really good.
Okay.
It's just a typical Azorean style of cooking, and I just got into there. And there was a lot of Brazilian influence there, because there was a lot of Brazilians working there. I learned how to make a caipirinha from an actual Brazilian, like how to make a cocktail. I was like, and then getting into Brazilian meats and with the way they grill everything, and it was always a thing. I didn't even know it. I was always just cooking for everybody on the weekends.
Yeah.
Are you barbecuing, Aris? I'm like, yeah, come over, bring the cold ones. I'll fire the grill up. And it was just always a comfort thing. There was a lot of camaraderie when I was in the Air Force with these guys. And I was just cooking, learning a lot, learning from everybody. I would go to different restaurants, and it would always pique my interest. I'm like, how you guys do it here? And it was just learning.
And is it very different over there as it is over here? Like, have you seen any difference that are like huge?
You mean as far as?
As far as cooking and like any of their ingredients? I mean, obviously.
Like I say, everything's fresh out there. Nothing's processed. You don't have like Monsanto making everything for you over there. It's different. But it's just fresh. It's good. Mediterranean style cooking is awesome. Everything's a lot of very colorful. A lot of olive oil, your balsamic vinegars, and it's just it's just simple and it's good. But you come back to the States and you get your comfort food. It's like we're in the Midwest. Everything's sausage and beer and cheese, and it's
lots
pretty good.
Of cheese.
Yeah, lots of cheese. But you gotta stop because I will go on.
No, it's all very interesting.
Where we at? Portugal.
Yes, Portugal.
Yeah, so that was I just learned a lot over there. Got out of the military in 2009, came home, and I started using my GI Bill. I went to culinary school. I went to AI downtown, and I started a culinary program. And I was learning a lot, and I was getting classically trained on. So I had to go in there with the mindset of like, all right, I don't know shit.
Yeah.
Can I say shit? Sorry, you bleep it out?
You're good.
I didn't know shit. I came in there with that mindset. I'm gonna unlearn everything I know, so I can, just be a student and try to be good and learn classically how to do things. And it went good for a while, and then my dad's restaurant started getting really busy, and so I was trying to balance, and I couldn't do it. So that was the family business, and I had to put my energy into that, and I dropped out.
Oh, okay.
I got what I needed out of it. I did learn from some great chefs there, but I was done, and I'm like, all right, this is just a business to me now, and I'm like, I got what I needed, but I've really been learning everything.
Yeah.
Hands-on with everything, I learn every time I'm in the kitchen when there's somebody next to me. I'm learning.
Yeah.
You know, there's things that people to the left of you, to the right of you do. It's like, what the fuck did you just do there? That was badass. And you gain. You always gotta be a student of the game, no matter what. You're never fully accomplished in this industry, especially in the kitchen. Everybody's like, oh, dude, you're a badass chef, and I'm just an artist that happens to know how to cook, and it's fun to me. I'm like, I don't see myself as an accomplished chef or like, oh, I don't got no Michelin stars or anything like that. I just like to make good food.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think it's an accomplishment of your own to do what you know and to do what makes you happy and makes other people happy too.
No. This makes me happy, and the people eating get happy. That just fills my little black heart. Makes me happy, smiling like the Grinch. But that does it for me. That's my little cheap thrill here and there, plate by plate by plate.
Definitely. Well, tell everybody how they can find you again.
Yeah, so I'm here.
Get your delicious food.
Come here. I'm here in Miller Beach. You can always find me here, Wednesday through Sunday. Tuesdays at Charcuterie every Tuesday. Just follow me on social media, Memos Jr., Instagram, or if you want to follow my personal one, I do post my personal one, like other stuff, like kind of low-key stuff. I am the Menudo Whisperer.
Oh, yeah.
I love menudo.
We gotta take you up on that.
I love menudo.
I know that the guys are planning a pozole and chili cook-off, so maybe you could join that too.
Nah, I don't want to join. I just want to eat. I'm tired of cooking.
You could be the judge.
All right. I'm going to eat all the pozole, all the chili.
Well, see, there you go. There's I got you a judge, guys, so you can have him on your pozole and chili cook-off.
Hell yeah. Right.
Well, thank you, Aris.
No, thank you so much.
I did want to mention our patrons before we go.
Oh, awesome.
We have Hegewisch Nutrition, Willie G, Stevie's Michies, Dog Apparel Company, Poco Picoso, OMG Pastries 31, VBly Photo, Crystal Vizionz, Matthew Rise, Ice Cream Time, and Buzzin Barbecue. So again, thank you, Aris, for joining us and giving us your delicious food, because we are definitely going to eat all of this before we go.
Yeah. All right. Seconds too, if you need it.
Okay.
Is that gonna be enough for both?
I don't know. I might take all of that.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. We'll have to do it again and get that Aris 2.0.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
But thank you, everybody. This is another episode of South by Southeast.
That was fun.
What?
Was it okay?
You did great.
All right, thank you.
I like how you didn't even realize that it was a camera.
That's not good. That's why I kind of want to know.
Like get nervous because of the cameras. No. You don't say a whole lot.
I've been on stage like plenty of times, so it's like when I was a kid, I did a little bit of drama.
Really?
And musicals, because I did sing a little, so it's fun.